is a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, I'm Brandon. I love movies about people that only write Christmas books. Can you believe that?
That intro helped me so much. I'm Dan, and I despise movies about people that only write Christmas books. Can you believe that?
I'm Alonzo, and let's go lesbians, and this
is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host his podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
I don't know. It felt too soon from like Pride Month for you to say I hate lesbian Christmas movies.
You really threw me a bone there, Bran.
Yeah.
That was because I didn't have an out otherwise.
Didn't want to cancel you, Dan.
That's right. Yeah.
Looking out for you, looking out for us.
I mean, I already told you I had the Batman and Robin poster up in my room. I don't know what more you need.
I know.
I'm doing the work.
Stone cold owl.
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another Friday. It's festive. It's Friday. It's Christmas in July. It's Alonzo. Alonzo, how are you?
The last time he's doing this before he'll be with us in person.
That's true.
That's right.
Yes. Things are dandy. I get that Christmas in July is sort of a whatever concept, but I just like that it offers an excuse for people to like unleash some Christmas media in the middle of the year. We do it all year round because we're
Festive Friday, of course.
Like Pluto TV has a whole like channel going with actually quite a few movies we've reviewed here on the Festive Fridays.
Exclusively Festive Friday movies, it seems like.
Just about, yeah. And, your choice of like fireplaces and whatnot.
I don't know what that says about us or Pluto.
All yes.
I think a line could be drawn one way or another there. And then, at some point, Sirius XM has the Radio Classics channel, which I'm kind of a nerd for. And they do a bunch of like Christmas in July stuff where it's Christmas episodes of like, Burns and Allen or whatever those are really entertaining. So yeah, I just think as somebody who never stops celebrating Christmas, July gives me a little bit of a cover where other people are sort of, acknowledging that it's happening.
That's right. And Alonzo, this movie is about an author who writes exclusively about Christmas.
Yeah. A book a year.
Believable to you?
I mean, nice work if you can get it. And obviously, according to this movie, topping the LGBTQ Christmas charts is quite the feat.
It is a very specific chart of a specific chart.
Yeah. It's like having the Christmas #1 in the UK or something.
I think she also wrote, this was in the extended cut that we got, which is 100 must-see movies for lesbian women. She wrote that book as well.
I tried to get somebody to write that at the time, and no one took me up on it. But I would occasionally get asked if I was going to do that one next. I'm like, well, I think a lesbian should write that, don't you?
Yeah, pretty straightforward there, right?
Yes, but nonetheless, and look, there are, if you want LGBTQ holiday novels, they're out there. Yeah. There's plenty of them. It is a thriving genre. I could recommend some, but I don't know if that's your sole bread and butter. Like you're not also teaching, or you're not also something else. Like again, sweet deal.
Yeah. Do you want to rattle off any of the books that you've written?
Well, none of them are fiction, but I did do Have Yourself a Movie Little Christmas.
That's right.
Second edition just came out last year.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I did a book called I'll Be Home for Christmas Movies with These Clowns.
That's right.
That you should absolutely pick up. It's a great little Christmas in July treat.
I'm sure you can find it on sale somewhere.
That's right.
It's entirely possible, yes. And then, of course, Hollywood Pride, which has lots of lesbians in it.
There you go.
So yeah, that's all out there.
Fantastic. Dan, we've written a Christmas book before.
We have. When's it going to be Christmas again?
That's right.
That's right.
And Oh Christmas Tree.
Oh Christmas Tree.
Yeah.
That's a novel. That's
Some might say
we're authors.
Some might say that we only write Christmas books.
There's a chance that some would say that. Yes. Currently on Amazon. Not that we want to promote them necessarily, but you can get our book for a steal, for a song.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
right.
Well, last week Alonzo was raving about drones, so maybe if you order one, a drone will bring it to you. Put on a show.
Play your cards right.
That's exactly right.
Is Alonzo in the pocket of big AI? What in the world is happening?
That's my understanding.
Amazon and drones?
That's my
God.
Oh
understanding.
God, I'm so upset about that the use of dead Gene Wilder's voice in that Netflix show.
Dude, I
Do
thought
what
of
in the
you.
world?
I thought of you when I saw that trailer. I was like, oh no.
No, thank you. And I'm a huge Wonka fan, but not having it.
Yeah, but did his family have to sign? His family would have to sign off on it, right?
Yeah, no, his widow was like, yeah, sure, great.
There's
And
a
I'm
great
like,
bit in
all right.
Hacks about them, the company doing that in the last
Yes.
season of Hacks. It's really great.
Totally. Yeah, no, I mean, this isn't new. I mean, I remember when Fred Astaire was selling vacuum cleaners, from beyond the grave, again, with his widow signing off on that one. But yeah, it just gets grosser every year. And we need to just say collectively, no, thank you to this
Yes.
kind of technology, because you know what? Picasso is dead. He's not going to paint another painting. These actors are dead. They're not going to give us another performance.
But the money.
But I didn't know I needed a vacuum cleaner until Fred Astaire.
That's
sold
true.
me.
Well, I mean, how could you say
How
no to
could I
that?
read the Odyssey if Michael Caine's not reading it to me? You know what I mean? It's
I just,
crazy.
I look, and the Star Wars movies have been really egregious with this lately. Like, let Peter Cushing and Carrie Fisher just not be with us anymore and move on past that.
Let's talk about the Christmas writer, who all
Yeah.
of these actors are real and still living. And
Yes.
they were in this movie that premiered on various streamers on November 18th, 2025. And it went a little something like this. We meet Noelle, who is an author specifically of Christmas novels, doing a reading of her book. And
Christmas
she's-
writer, you might
Christmas
say.
writer.
What?
If you will. And she finally comes home for her last reading, last signing before Christmas, but she's feeling a bit sad because of the death of her mom. Her mom loved Christmas, and it's just not feeling the same without her. And so afterwards, she just wants to go home, spend Christmas with her girlfriend Amy. But Amy had other plans with another woman. Ugh. So I don't think it's going to work out with Amy. Unfortunately. 10 months later, Noelle is heading into her holiday season funk, and she tells her publisher that she wants to write a spring book, or her agent, and she's not having it. Christmas writing is who she is. She's the Christmas writer. Noelle says she's hitting a little bit of a Christmas writer's block. And so when the opportunity arises for her to go home and judge a Christmas book pitching contest at a bookstore in town, she reluctantly agrees. Maybe this is exactly what she needs. And so when she gets there, she meets Callie, who is kind of like running the store now. Callie is a big fan of Noelle. Actually met her last year at the book signing, and they begin to hit it off. And then Noelle finds out that Callie has a 7-year-old daughter, and Noelle is like, I don't hate the idea of being a mom. So they begin hanging out more outside of the store, and the sparks are flying. Dan, if you can believe it, they bake and then they end up kissing.
What?
I know.
Crazy.
We need to bake more. Well, here's some things that happen afterwards, because clearly something was going to go wrong. First, Callie begins to pull away a little bit because she has a kid and she doesn't want her kid to get attached to Noelle, and especially if Noelle isn't going to be sticking around. But then it gets worse because Noelle's agent comes to town and to check how she's doing, and the assistant snoops around her room looking for something that she's been writing that they can show the publisher, and she finds what she thinks is the book that Noelle has been working on called Carol of the Bells. They love this book. They send it to the publisher. The publisher is like, here's a check. Send out the press release. Strike up the band. We're putting out a book. The problem? Noelle didn't write this book. Callie did. That's right. Callie
Dun, dun,
gave her
dun.
the book to read over and give some notes. Well, when Callie finds out about this, she barges in and says, "Book thief! You're a book thief!" And she never wants to see her again. Well, of course, Noelle makes it right. Makes sure that everybody knows that it's not her that wrote this book, it is Callie, and she's gonna move home. And so she goes, she talks to Callie, they get back on good terms, tells her that she's moving home, so they kiss, and 10 months later, Carol of the Bells is released by Callie, and it is a big hit, and they are now one big happy family, and that, my friends, was the Christmas Writer.
We did it.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll break this movie down here on Deck the Hallmark.
We're back.
We are back, everybody. We're talking about The Christmas Writer from 2025. Let's break this movie down. We're going to start with the hot take. It's where we share exactly how we felt about this movie. We do not hold back, and I'll start with you, Alonzo. Alonzo, did The Christmas Writer write a good one this time?
Terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't one of my best ones.
So close. This is a company called Tello Films, and for the last 5-6 years now, every holiday season they put out a lesbian romance. And I love their commitment to the bit of doing this kind of movie, but lesbian. So, like, are the coffee cups going to be empty? You dang right they are. We're doing this movie, but we're making it lesbian, but we're otherwise not messing with the formula one tiny bit. And I'm fine with that. I'm all for like equal this, and that is what these movies deliver. And so, it's not the best, it's not the worst. It is this kind of movie that we've gotten to know so well, but told in a way where queer audiences can see themselves in it.
So this movie does look a smidge low budget, but I did quite enjoy this movie. And I'll say this, as far as misunderstandings go, this is a humdinger, folks. Now this,
I have so many things to say to it.
this is a misunderstanding. Listening from around the corner as somebody says, like, I didn't think that I could be with them. And then they walk away and then they finish the sentence. But then I changed my mind. But they didn't hear that. That's silly. Now this is a humdinger. I can see how this might lead to somebody barging in and yelling, "Book thief!" I can see how you get there. That's quite the misunderstanding. And so, yeah, I thought that the performances were good. I thought that misunderstanding was wild. I thought that it had good Christmas vibes. Was I confused about the timeline in which this movie takes place? Sure, I was. But yeah, it's fun. It is a low-budget Hallmark Christmas movie. It looks it. It feels it at times. But I had a blast with that misunderstanding. And if you're going to do the misunderstanding thing, which Hallmark has kind of tried to do less of lately, might as well make it a big one, like, IP theft. I think that's pretty fun. Dano?
Thinks I hate it. To the other side of the coin of Alonzo's words that were chosen so incredibly wisely are this. We have been pretty consistent here saying these movies, like everything else, should be for everyone. And it turns out lesbians can also make a really bad Christmas movie because that's what this is. I appreciate that it's there. I'm thrilled that it's there. It's not good. I think the two leads did have some chemistry. This movie's not good. The misunderstanding is a humdinger, but it's also just a ginormous wait what for so many reasons. This movie also could have used the Hallmark treatment from a standpoint of shaving about 12 minutes off of it. It takes about 22-ish minutes for our lead to meet the love interest.
Yeah,
and you feel those 22 minutes. Like you really...
Well, no, but they meet,
technically
but they
meet.
don't
That's
know
right.
it.
Technically they meet. That's right. And so...
Your point is valid, though.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this is a low budget, very generic movie that we watch 500 of, or we watch at least 200 of a year. That's what this is. And if you know me, you know something that I say every show, which is those movies suck. And this movie really sucks. It's bad. It is bad in such an equal opportunity way. It is so bad and so representative that everyone can make a bad movie. It's not good. I'm sorry. It's not good.
I mean, I've liked way worse. So.
Yeah. Everyone's take should surprise no one.
It's time for all the feels when we talk about what in this movie gave us feels. I'll start with you, Alonzo.
I liked the specificity of the conversation they have about the town, because very often in these movies, the small town is this sort of like fantasy place where there are no chain stores, and everybody knows who runs the coffee shop and the bookstore and the hardware store, and it's all peachy keen, hunky dory. And this one is both a college town, but also, I guess, rural. Like she talks about, you can go into a store for tractor parts. But even still, like they have to have the conversation about, like, is this a place where I, as a lesbian, will feel comfortable living?
Yep.
Do I feel like I have a community here? Do I feel safe here? And that's just like a thing that most of these movies don't even delve into, because if you're a fairly rich white lady from the city, sure, why wouldn't you move to the small town? Everything's coming up
That's right.
But for these characters, I think they would need to have the conversation about, like, well, here's why this place in particular does work as a city where I want to live and raise my child and whatever else.
Sure.
John Mellencamp doesn't cover safety for the queer community in his song, which is crazy. You'd think it would be on the list somewhere. It isn't, unfortunately.
Now, I'm not mad at a small town.
No, I'll die in one. I want to be clear, but I'd love for everyone to feel comfortable dying in one on their own terms.
Yes.
We got to work on how on how it works with the phrasing, but I think there's something there.
We'll workshop it.
We'll workshop it. There is a delightful little bit in this movie where these two go out to a Christmas tree farm, and Callie does a voice of the Christmas tree, and you're like, well, that was a choice by Callie. But then it comes back, and when Noelle,
you're just embarrassing to be around.
Thank you. When Noelle is feeling sad and she's deciding, you know what, I think I'm going to move back to the small town. I was born in a small town. I was going to die in a small town.
Right.
She has her Christmas tree there, and she's like, do you want to go back to the small town? And then she does the voice of the Christmas tree. Guys, that's good.
It's cute.
That's why I turn these on, for little sweet little moments like that. It worked for me. Dano?
It's one of the worst feels of all time. I actually agree. Mine was the conversations. I think two conversations in this movie were better than this movie. One was the safety of your kid is just your top priority. Like, it's cool, you have feelings for somebody, but at the end of the day, this kid's been burned, already has a ton of questions, already lives in a small town where I'm sure she's being peppered with questions at school about her parents. Like, my kids, when they go to school, are peppered with questions about their parents constantly. She already is fragile, already is looking for something she may never find. And so to be on guard for that, I thought was... It never happens in Hallmark movies. In Hallmark movies, it's like, oh, you bought my kid a gift? You must really love them. And in this movie, it's, you bought my kid a gift? How about you back a few steps up? And I really...
Slow your roll.
I really, really loved that about this movie. Like, it's not a good movie. That scene is great. And then this, like, that's not one scene. I think it's 2 or 3 times they talk about the elephant in the room of, like, is it safe to be here for folks like us? And that is
it safe in this small town?
Yeah, there it is. We're getting there. I think, there's a lot of people who don't have to worry about that, and also don't air quotes, don't want to see that in their Christmas movies. It's a very important part of having a cozy romance, is knowing that you're safe. And so I think those were both, this movie's not good. Those two conversations I thought were way better than this movie. I thought they were really, really good.
And then the Christmas tree voice?
The Christmas tree voice was on par with this movie.
All right. Thank you. Yes. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back.
We all win there.
We'll break it down some more. You're on Take the Hallmark. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's time for the Wait What. It's where we talk about what in this movie made us go, wait, what? I'll start with you, Alonzo.
I was a little unsure at the beginning, when we cut to 10 months later and she's still on the couch depressed. Is the writer's block about that she's sad about her mom being gone, or is it about the breakup? Like and maybe it's both. I don't know.
So yeah, it's interesting. I think
it was breakup. I thought it was breakup.
I think it's because the holiday season is about to begin.
Yeah, I wasn't clear on that. And maybe it's both.
It being the holiday season again, she's once again sad about her mom.
Yeah.
I immediately, because of the way that they did that
too.
transition, I thought it was the girlfriend. There you go.
Anyway, but
maybe a both and.
Yeah.
It could be entirely 6 of 1 there.
The great movies leave it ambiguous on purpose. You know what I mean?
So afterwards, you have something to talk
That's
about.
right. Yeah. Is the top still spinning? I don't know. Is Leo dead? I don't know.
Is the mom really healed?
Yeah.
Go back to last week.
I need to park. Pardon this phrase. I need to park on grandma for a second here because there's a couple of things here that really need some delineation. First of all, and this is a take it to the tape moment. I wish we had stills or clips to show, but there's one part where the grandma is wearing, she wears some funky Christmas sweaters. So she has this one sweater that has a giant sort of red gift bow on the front of it.
Right.
Yep.
But the way that the layout of this sweater occurs is that it just looks like it's very boobular. I don't know how else to say it. It's
boobular, folks.
Wow. Boobular.
It just like the ovals are going out at just the right way.
It's a real Bramble Jam 23 t-shirt situation.
Design's tough. Okay.
Yeah, you're like, it's a gift bow. Okay, I get it now. But that's look. I didn't.
I mean, have you seen Grandma?
And that was Alonzo Parks on Grandma.
But no, there's more.
My bad.
Also, Grandma is teaching an online class about various sort of crafty things, including how to write in cursive. Which did either of y'all learn how to write cursive when you were?
I had to learn to write cursive in
Okay.
elementary school. Yes,
I think I was on the tail end of that.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure if that had made it into the 21st century or not. Anyway, which is great, and it she is an active senior and good for her and all that stuff. And she has 25 people show up for her cursive class, which is nothing to sneeze at, especially if they're all going to tip her $10. But the agent, when she shows up in town for her shenanigans, tells her grandma, "I hear you're going viral." And 25 people is not viral. 25 people is.
In the cursive community, it is, brother.
I mean, sure. I'm not saying it's not an accomplishment. If
they all got sick, maybe they went viral.
Something's gone wrong.
That's a whole other issue. Yeah, if it's online, how did that happen?
We all got hantavirus. Can you believe it? It's crazy.
I agree with both of you about the misunderstanding here. It is a doozy of a misunderstanding. To get to that misunderstanding is bananas.
Absolutely.
Stupid.
Wonderful.
That the agent and her heterosexual assistant, that was her first mistake, come busting in and comb the apartment, steal this book, promote this book without talking to the author. None of this makes any sense whatsoever. Yeah. But we have to go through all of those flaming hoops to get to Book Thief. And Book Thief is a worthy end, but they really needed to work on the approach.
When she handed him Carol of the Bells, I was like, oh boy. How is this going to end up in the wrong hands? I can't wait.
I love them sitting around the writer's room just firing off how do we get past this age-old trope of you stole my idea? What if the publishers steal it? Yeah. What if they come in and they commit a crime? What if that's what we do? Wild.
Well, it's still light outside. They did it.
Wild.
And make sure, obviously, when you print your manuscript out and give it to someone, you do not put a title page on it with your name on
That's
it.
right. Yeah, you never never put
stupid.
your name on the thing that you wrote. That's crazy, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid. And she scanned every page of that? How long was she in there?
Hey, us
God
heterosexuals work, okay? We know how to scan stuff.
Man, the scanning. Well, she was. That was man. That was a lot of scanning.
Yes,
That's a lot of
she's
scan. When she said she scanned
So
it.
you're saying the heterosexuals scan better? That's
Well,
that's a stand you're willing to
she's
take right
the
now.
quicker picker upper.
A specific type of scanning, yes. Only papers. Only papers.
And that was Alonzo Parks on Grandma.
Anything else, Alonzo?
That's it.
Okay, so at the beginning of this movie, when she's at the bookstore in town and her friend is there, they make this joke about like, how young is your girlfriend this time? And they go over to best friend's date, and I don't know, they looked similar in age to me.
They're college students is the premise here, basically. So that these women are like in their mid to late 30s, I guess, and she's dating undergrads.
Yeah, it just didn't
Oh, wow.
look it to me though. I didn't get
that at
They
all.
looked like they were pretty similar in age.
There you go.
Well, doesn't she say? Well, she says something like she's got her master's. She's working
Working on
her
it.
master's.
No, I
yeah,
understood that they wanted me to believe that she's a lot younger.
I see. You think the casting?
The casting, yes.
undermines
I
that.
was like,
Okay.
wait until we see this, and then I'm like, oh, they're like maybe 2 years apart at best. I don't know. Shout out to Grandma who keeps her phone in a stand within a ring light in case
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
calls.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
Impressive work.
she knows
there.
her angles.
Yeah, if someone is calling me, it's gonna look really good, and I appreciate that.
Maybe got a little filter or two going.
Yes.
I don't know.
So this movie does starts at Christmas time. Fast forward 10 months, which is what month of the year?
October.
October. She calls Grandma. Grandma has turkey on her shirt.
That's right.
Okay.
Turkey
so
on her shirt.
She's getting ahead of it.
Thanksgiving coming up. Yeah.
Thanksgiving is coming up. Then she goes and she talks to the agent person, and the agent is like, "You're going home." And then by the time she gets home, Grandma's exclusively Christmas sweaters. So I don't know.
Yeah. What happened there?
I'm not here to judge. I wear Christmas
All year
sweaters
long.
starting in mid-October. I get it. It was just to me an interesting choice to put Grandma in turkey sweater one time before it's even November, and then by the time November gets here, she's exclusively Christmas sweater. Trust me, I get it.
So
but,
if they said 11 months later, we wouldn't have this problem.
no, yeah, it's the 10 months later that makes it very interesting because that's October, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's October.
Yeah.
I did get a kick out of the fact that she's like, I am going to find some inspiration. I'm going to do this. And then she proceeds to put on the slowest instrumental version of Silent Night to really get her juices going.
Get it rolling.
This is what's going to do. They do a really weird thing at one point in this movie. Her, Callie, and Callie's daughter, Pepper, or something like that. They laugh, and then they loop the laughter with an echo right afterwards. And that was wild. That was a wild choice. I kind of love it, though. I kind of think more movies should do this. It was very interesting. And then last but not least, Callie and Noelle go to a retirement community to sing Jingle Bells, and those people don't want them there. They are
don't.
so
They
annoyed
100%
that
do
they
not.
are
Because it's
singing.
November.
It's
right.
November. They're like, come on.
Yeah.
Where are your turkey sweaters? They are mad. They are not happy that these people are here singing for them. And got to be honest, same. I would be just like, leave me alone with my programs. Don't come
Yeah.
and sing to me.
If I was in a senior living facility, I would not want everybody to just assume that I, wanted to drop everything and listen to whatever,
No.
entertainment they
away.
were bringing my way.
Jason,
My nightmare.
wheel me away.
That's my.
I don't want this.
That's my nightmare.
I don't want this.
No.
I'd make a show of it. Boo!
Boo!
Just let me
Judge
play.
Mathis is on.
Let me watch my Mathis.
Let me watch my
Dano?
Mathis. I love the idea of a small town where people get to come up with an idea for a story and meet the author and pitch that story. I think that's a really fun idea. You know what is stupid? Calling it the Christmas Story Idea Contest. Is there not a better name? than the Christmas Story Idea Contest?
should've
They
heard the
needed to
one.
be very clear.
Speaking of Tell Not Show or whatever.
You should have been.
you were saying
You
earlier,
should have
that's
heard the ones that
crazy.
didn't make the cut.
The Christmas Idea Story Contest. What if it's the Christmas Idea Contest? People won't get it. Christmas Story Idea Contest. Now,
Yes.
yeah. Grandma is doing it with her ring light and her phone. But when she goes live on Instagram, her face is so close to that phone. It's absurd. It's like, I'm going to teach you cursive round the J.
Round the check.
So ridiculous.
The Q looks like a 2.
It's so you've got to back up a little, Grandma. I just like you've got to. How about this author who we have established is successful, is making a living, is a best-selling author every year, and not in the way we say we're best-selling authors, in an actual best-selling
Topping
author.
that coveted LGBTQ plus Christmas chart.
She is a successful author, has been for years and years. And she comes home after a long day of reading a book to fans that love her. She walks up the spiral staircase in her apartment to find she is being cheated on in her very own bedroom with absolutely nothing on the walls. Barer than my college dorm. This is a successful grown woman who has money and by all accounts has taste, and her bedroom has nothing in it. Nothing.
Daniel, there were things on the wall before, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
That's
Man, they managed to get a lot of stuff off the walls through that activity. Oh my goodness. With no holes left in the wall. There's no
Nope.
it's
No nails sticking out.
It is
no.
crazy. Like, I just couldn't believe they couldn't find a room with things on the wall. Felt like a
A
bare
shelf.
minimum. Is that the Up music? There's 3 times in this movie where they play a refrain that sounds like it's from the beginning of Pixar's Up. No, no, no. You have to go listen to it. Very crazy. Also, I have a question about when you do a reading. You have a new book comes out and you have a reading for fans who have all bought the book and are ready to sign the book. She stops in the middle of a sentence on the middle of a page where a character is about to say something and she says, and said, and you'll have to finish the rest of the chapter to find out. That seems like a weird reading for a group of people that know you and have already bought your book. Right? Am I wrong there?
I think
but they haven't read it yet. It's a brand new
But you
book. You don't
think
want to spoil
so?
it
You
for
would
them.
read if they offer you to do a reading. That's a normal thing that would happen.
Here's the thing. I've seen so many of these movies where they read like the last chapter of the book. And it's like, okay, well, no one's going to buy it now.
That's right. Yeah, I would never do that. Yeah.
This to me at least felt like she's on the hustle enough to know, like, I gotta leave you with a cliffhanger.
aren't
so you'll take it
read-
home and devour it.
Aren't readings typically like a combination of mega fans and people that just kind of wander in and are like, "What is this?"
I just felt like you
probably.
choose a reading that has like a microcosm. Like you choose a reading that has a little bit of something from everyone, and it does like wrap a bow on why you should buy the book.
Generally speaking, yes. I think
Okay.
you read something from the middle of the book that sort of like establishes characters and situations, but doesn't give away the good plot stuff. But when she did that, I thought, that's one way to go. I
right.
guess. I mean, I'm not a novelist, so it's never been my thing. But I could see where you'd want to like tease and then if you want the rest of it.
Okay, fair.
Mel
1995.
Gibson walks into the house. His wife is asleep. You're gonna have to watch the rest of the movie to
That's right.
find out.
You're
What
gonna, exactly. The last one I have is she does buy a gift for Pepper, and it is a remote control thing that lights up, and she does a bit like you do with your kid, where it's like the light turns yellow and the light's going to turn green, and so you do this thing where you're like, I can figure out when the light turns. It's the kind of thing. She has a remote behind her, and she's like, have some Christmas spirit or something. I don't know what she says, and then she clicks it, and it lights up, and the kid's amazed. That's all well and good, except the remote is so loud. It's right by this girl, and the remote is like click click. It's like everyone in the building knew what you were doing. Like, I'm sorry, I know I was supposed to have Christmas spirit. Did you hear that click though?
Yeah.
Like, what was that about? Then we can get back to this. I love my gift, but did you hear that click? Are we okay? That's what happened there. That's all I got.
It is time for What the Hallmark. It's where we wonder what could have been. Maybe have a good clue.
You get it.
What are you still wondering about? I'll start with you, Alonzo.
Yeah, going back to the empty room where the girlfriend is cheating on her, I really need to know what the Santa hat was doing there. That's a specific detail that asks more questions than it answers, and so
it really does.
I really need I need like a 5-minute backup of like how we got there and why.
So funny.
So my question is where does she live in relation to the small town where she is from? Because she's not living in small town. She was born in a small town. She doesn't live in the small town, right?
Correct.
She's doing reading in small town.
In small town. Yeah.
She said everybody's like, we should just all hang out or whatever. And she's like, no, I just want to go home. And then she is at home, finds girlfriend with Santa hat on. What is the distance?
Like 90 minutes, maybe?
Right.
Yeah.
And so what this whole you're leaving too thing is like, I mean, I'm like not that far away. Like we can make this work if we really want to. Like, because it did not seem to me, just based it's because it's nighttime there when she's doing the reading. It's nighttime there when she gets to the home. It makes me think that she just drove home just outside of small town. I don't know.
I think, okay, even if it's say like it's 90 minutes because the grandma's like, well, be careful, it's late, whatever.
Yeah.
I think if Callie is single, then yes, you can make the case of like, well, that's not that far. They could try and make that work and see what happens. And eventually one of the moves, or whatever. I think because there's the kid involved, it's like, well, you're either moving here or we're not trying.
Yeah. Yeah. But I still get what you're saying.
Yeah. But at the same time, to me, it's like, on the other hand, if she's only there in big town and I guess this is the conclusion she comes to, but if I'm only there because that's where my agent is,
right,
I can make that drive once in
That's
a
right.
while. Like, it doesn't seem
far enough away.
It does not seem like it's not like
agent is certainly willing to come to the town if it means, rifling through her apartment.
Yes.
So.
Everybody seems to be willing to make this drive, is all I'm saying. So it's not that long.
It's an Atlanta Greenville distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just annoying enough.
Just annoying enough.
Yeah.
Speaking of the publisher coming to town and committing crimes, I wrote down after that happened, like in my notes, sue them ? Which would have been a wait what, but it turns out it is at least intimated that the love interest, not only they print a retraction, but then they are going to talk to her in the new year about publishing her book. That is the way I understood that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why would you ever trust this publisher again?
Yeah, that's fair.
What in the world are you doing?
I think if you have a savvy agent, you're going to make the publisher pay through the nose to A, keep you from suing, and B, get the book that they already told the world they were going to get.
That's a different thing. If you bring lawyers in and go, listen, the only way I'm not suing you is I want a 6-figure advance and I want a blah, blah, blah. Okay, then, but that is my what the Hallmark. How are they working with this publisher again? What are the things that transpired?
I think they worked with the agent that did the actual stealing.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
How in the world did we get to a point where we got past the crime that was committed we furthered the relationship with that agent and publisher?
Yeah, the Christmas writer should be getting new representation.
Yes,
frankly,
100%.
And bringing Callie with her.
I do wish I could read the retraction though.
It must have been a doozy
you
of a retraction.
all won't believe what happened here,
man. Yeah, listen.
So it turns out,
got away from us.
You know how sometimes you steal and then you try to publish it without asking? Yeah, that happened to us. We did, everybody. Congratulations to us. We'll be back next week with another episode. The Christmas Mixer.
Yeah, man. I got our calendar up. Don't worry.
Is it a group of people getting together for a little mixer?
Could be.
We'll find out.
Special potion we put in the drinks make everybody have a lot of Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
It's the Christmas Mixer.
Okay. Come on back for that. Until then, we're the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas. Deck the Hallmarks, the Bramble Jam podcast produced by Brandon Gray. And that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on the show, go to deckthehallmark.com. Follow us on the socials at Deck the Hallmark. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Helps others find the program. If you want to help the show out financially and join the best corner of the internet, you can become a double decker at BrambleJamPlus.com. That's ad-free podcasting, live video watch-alongs, movie chats, and so much more. Do it right now. BrambleJamPlus.com.